A couple of days ago, I went to Merino Barbecue here in Austin, Texas. Actually, it was Merino Burger. They've moved their main barbecue offering to a different location, but they still have a restaurant in South Austin that sells burgers and other stuff. Anyway, on the menu, I saw something pretty interesting. It was a pulled pork Philly cheesesteak. I got it, it was absolutely delicious, and I thought it was something that a lot of people could probably do with leftover pulled pork. It doesn't have that many parts to it, so it should be really simple to make, and I know it's gonna be delicious. So obviously, I needed a pork shoulder or a pork butt. This is just a regular bone-in, skin-off pork shoulder, very typical barbecue cut. And there'll be almost certainly nothing to do in the way of trimming or preparation or anything like that. And I honestly just picked out the one that had the nicest fat cap. Good job I didn't pick this one up for pork steaks or something like that. Got quite a few gashes in it. This muscle's barely holding together. Anyway, we're just gonna get this seasoned up with 2 parts pepper to 1 part salt. And this is gonna be a really simple cook. Pulled pork normally is. And pretty much any time I'm cooking a big chunk of meat like this to temp and tenderness, one that I don't really have to pay too much attention to, I like to use my Chef's Temp Pro Temp 2 Plus. And yes, I did bring this halfway around the world with me. When I come to Texas, I'm spending a lot of time doing this and cooking. So I like to bring all of the things that I use the most. My knife roll, apron, camera equipment, and then any other equipment that I think is gonna help me during my time here. And the cool thing about the Chef's Temp Pro Temp 2 Plus is it has a really narrow, fine needle on it. And once this temperature probe is inserted, it will send all the information to the cloud, to your phone, and you'll be able to monitor the ambient temperature of the pit and the internal temperature of the meat. So I'm gonna be cooking this on the offset, and rather than keep going outside and checking the temperature dials, I'll be monitoring the temperatures from my phone via this probe. After I put this pork shoulder in, I actually need to go out for about 45 minutes. You don't have the issues of going out of range or anything like that, and I'll be able to monitor the temperature the entire time. And this little dock is very cool. It acts as a charger and a little storage place for my other probes. Probe right in the middle of our pork butt, and that's just gonna help us monitor the temperature throughout the cook. So really good bit of kit, highly recommended. And obviously Chef's Temp do a range of other products as well. So if you're interested in the Chef's Temp products, then I definitely recommend that you use my code below. Head to their website and save 25% off site-wide. Pick up some Chef's Temp products and save yourself some money. So let's take this outside, put it on the pit. So we're gonna be cooking on the offset today, probably in the region of 250, maybe up to 275. So shut that down and start cooking. So in this barbecue version of a Philly cheesesteak, rather than using Cheese Whiz or any other type of cheese, Merino Barbecue used queso, and it works so well. So I'm gonna make up a very quick and simple queso using the products I've got access to here in Texas. So to start our queso off, we're gonna basically make a pico without coriander or cilantro. So I'll start off just by medium dicing some tomato, get that into a bowl, then some onion, same thing. Probably about 1/3 the amount of the tomato. Same with the jalapeno. Some lime juice and some salt. Get that all mixed around, and that can hang out until we make our queso. So every version of a cheesesteak has to have peppers and onions, in my opinion. So I'm gonna get some of these prepped up, and these will go onto the flat top when we come to grill off our pulled pork. Give them a little breakdown. That should be right. Then some white onion. And I'll set this to the side until we're ready to cook this up. So after about 7 hours or so, my Chef's Temp's telling me that this is at an internal of 175, which is about the time I like to wrap. So we'll take this inside, wrap it in some foil, get it back on the pit. The fat is really well rendered. That's what you get on an offset. Ooh. I can just leave this probe in here, set an alarm for about 200 Fahrenheit, and that's when I'll start probing for tenderness. It's nice and tight, we'll put this back on the pit. So when it comes to the roll that I'm gonna use for this Philly cheese sandwich, or Philly cheese inspired sandwich, I'm gonna be using an authentic Amorosa roll. And I guess it's good to have at least one thing in this sandwich that's remotely authentic. So most of the Philly cheesesteak restaurants are gonna be using these, and luckily the Leroy and Lewis restaurant up the road used these for their Philly cheesesteaks, so I went and borrowed some. This is gonna be perfect when it's filled up with pulled pork, onions, peppers, and queso. So my Chef's Temp has informed me that this is at around 208. And the reason it went that high is because I started checking it around 200 and it wasn't quite done. So I've let it go for a little bit, so I'm just going to check it for tenderness with my instant read, and yeah, we are done. So we'll take this off, take it inside and let it rest. So everything's pretty much done. We're going to make up a quick queso, and I picked up this easy melt queso from HEB, but Velveeta will work, or any similar cheese. If you can't get hold of this, I'll put a recipe below on how you can make up something very similar. We're going to go in first with a little bit of our pico, And we're gonna cook this down just a little bit, kind of mimicking a can of Rotel. Once that's cooked down a little bit, gonna go in with some milk, and this is just gonna help to keep the queso a little bit runnier than if you were to just use the Velveeta. Can tend to get a little bit thick. Go in with a little block of our cheese, put that back on the heat and start to melt that down. Once that's all melted down, we'll bring back our pork shoulder, which is just nice and barky, and it is just pull apart tender. Look how juicy and tender that is. Bone pulls out nice and easily, and then we'll go in and just pull it apart. Nice little smoke ring on there for color. Once that's all pulled, we can set that aside just for a minute. And just after a few minutes, once all that cheese is melted, we should have some nice, in this case, white queso or queso blanco. Might even get a little skin on top of it. In fact, it almost certainly will. Just give it a quick stir and should be ready to go. So to make up our Philly cheese, we're gonna go down with our onions, green bell pepper, and a little bit of salt. Cook those down a fair bit. Some nice color on them. We're gonna go down with our pulled pork. And when I had what this was inspired by at Merino Barbecue, it was the little pieces of slightly charred grilled pulled pork that were the best. So I'm gonna try and get a nice bit of crispy color on this pulled pork. And I'm also gonna go on with a little bit of salt. I think that's looking good. I'm gonna move that over, open that roll up, get that down, get that toasted off a little bit. That's looking nice and toasty. Now I'm gonna attempt to get as much of this in as possible. That's looking good. Then last thing to add, that is one of the more ridiculous things I've made on this channel. Offset smoked pulled pork with queso, Philly cheese style. I honestly don't even know how I'm gonna eat this, but I'm gonna attempt it. Wow, that is just as heavy as it looks. That queso is delicious. I put too much on. I wanted to make the thumbnail look good. Realistically, you probably don't need this much. Pulled pork is delicious, well seasoned. That last little season at the end works great. Anytime you've got peppers and onions on something, whether that be pizza, Philly cheese, any other kind of cooked sandwich, love it. And this is a really good way to use up pulled pork. You don't have to make this with freshly pulled pork. You could use some leftover pulled pork from the fridge because you're just reheating it on the flat top anyway, so you don't really need that fresh texture, especially when you're kind of looking for it to crisp up. This is definitely a winner. I'll definitely be making these again. I probably won't go quite as severe. Maybe just use some mozzarella, some provolone, and that's because I don't always have Velveeta or a cheese sauce on hand. But the flavors work perfectly. It's almost like a Philly cheesesteak style Tex-Mex sandwich or roll. I love queso. Offset smoked pulled pork with post oak, in this particular case, with white queso, peppers, onions on a good quality roll. Highly, highly recommend it. And remember, if you can't get hold of something like Velveeta, that recipe will be down below on how you can make your own, and you'll have something that's pretty close to this. Also, I apologize to everyone in Philadelphia. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please like, comment, even better, subscribe to the channel. It really, really makes a huge difference. And as always, thank you to my channel members. You guys help me out every single month and it means a huge amount. And again, if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe. I produce barbecue videos every single week. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you next week for another video.